This one for my Christ steppers. I pray to God y'all be blessed forever. Hold on, Holy Spirit activate. Holy Ghost speak through me. I love it when you.
What it do, YouTube? It's your boy B.A.'s Day. Back with another banger. Y'all know what time is it, don't y'all? Y'all know what time is it, don't y'all? But y'all don't, because I'm about to tell y'all. But I'm with a special guest today. Her name is Miss Timasha Thornton. We're doing an interview today. You know, she a special guest. She write books. She do worship. You know, she's a pastor. So we're going to do an interview today. So what I'm about to do, finna introduce y'all to her. So I'll be back. All right, so we back with Miss Timasha Thornton. Can you introduce yourself?
Hey y'all, my name is Timasha Thornton. I'm a pastor. I'm a mother of 11 kids, and I also is a worshiper and a praiser of God. And I do write my books on uplifting women. Faith got us through because faith have us through in the mix of our trials and our tribulations that we faces in life. And today I'm here doing an interview on uplifting and encouraging the women and to go and get the book to read and to be encouraging to them, as well as being an uplifting and getting to know who they are as women, and also finding their true identity in Christ and being an uplifting in Him, because He is the way and the truth and the light to their life of their life.
Okay, so what motivates you? What wake you up this morning to motivate you to write this book?
What motivates me is Jesus Christ that wakes me up this morning to see this day, and He gives me the insight on everyday life, that because we never know that what women's or peoples in general go through in life and the hardship of life that we faces. And it just motivates me to get the word across to the peoples and let them know that they are not alone, and many in this world do faces a lot. And we need that encouragement to keep going, and we need that push to keep, going forth and looking forward, keep, going forth into what we believe in, and believe that what we can do to make that change in life. And the only way that we can do that, first it have to be Him, second it have to be you, and the third is putting it into the action. And that's what we need. And we need that encouragement, because everybody needs somebody, and everybody needs that encouragement words. So that what pushes me and gives me that encouragement each and every day, every time I wake up, and God gives me a random word of encouragement in my spirit, and I just feel that to reach out and give it to the people.
Okay. So what city you have been? Like where you from? Like what city? What city you from?
I've been born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin all my life, and I've been brought up, in the hood, with little and survived with little, and I've always been raised up in the Lord. I've always been raised up in God, and knowing that He was the provider of everything, and He was the one that we had to depend on and look towards Him, because no matter how much hard times had hit, no matter when we couldn't see which way of direction that we was going, or how we was going to eat, or how we was going to survive. My mom always was a praying woman, and that's who was my hero. That was who I looked up to. And looking up to her and seeing that no matter how hard it were for her, no matter how she had to raise her 10 kids and how she had to go through, she always went to God. She always prayed. And every time that she prayed in her hard times and her suffering, and when she couldn't provide for her family a meal. God always made a way for her. God always had a ram in the bush. That's what I can say. And he always allowed someone to come and knock on that door and bring her some food, for her children to eat. And so, being raised in the hood and back in those days, we all had to stick together, and no matter what, how the world is today is totally different, because back in those days when we was growing up, the hood was the family, if we didn't have, or the family didn't have, the mothers always, you go by their house, they always gonna feed you, and stuff like that. The hood stayed together, what I'm saying? They stuck together. And I always noticed that, in those mothers back in those days. And so
okay.
And I thank God for that. Yeah.
Okay, so next question is, can you tell me what your book a little about? Like what's the definition? Like, what's the meaning of your book? Like, why did you? Like, what's the reason? What made you wrote the book? Like tell me a little story, or tell me, a page of what the book mean, or what you wrote the book for, the meaning of, and who it's for.
Well, when I wrote the book, Faith Got Us Through, it was many things that I had faced in my life, and I knew it wasn't nothing but faith in God, and that brought me out, and faith that kept me, because with God, all things is possible, all things that He had brought me out, because the little things that I have faced, because what they say, you have to go through something to be able to tell somebody something. And when God had directed me to write this book, to tell my testimony to the peoples and to the world, and it always stuck out, because some women go through a lot, in life, in relationship, in families, in peoples and friends, in the world general, and sometimes they find themselves lost, or they back is against the wall and they don't know who to turn to, or they scared to speak, they scared to speak or to be heard. So my book that I have wrote a message for the peoples to hear a little of my testimony, because they need to know that your voice needs to be heard, because your testimony can bring somebody else's out of something, and that no matter what we go through, our life means something. Our testimony means something to someone. And my story of my testimony is, one of them is when I was young, I always had a vision of this fantasy life. We all probably had that, dream of fantasy life and fairy tale, growing up, wanting a big, family, big house, good life, good husband, good children. We all have that fantasy, but that fantasy life is a fantasy. But when we face the real world, on how real world are, and the challenges in them lives, and it ain't what we really, our fantasy, how can I put it, like our fantasy ain't really where it were, where we want it to be, but it's opposite, and the struggle is real. So I encourage my women on relationships because we put so much into a man or a friend or people, and we tend to get our heart hurt. We tend to go out and we get broken, and now we broken in pieces, and there's no one there to put us back together. And the only thing we misses in life is the main person, and that is Jesus, that can reconstruct us, can build us, and strengthen us. It's just like a flower in a relationship. If building a relationship and being in a relationship, and I tell them, the man, to give the man the sight of, because a lot of men and women, they don't fully understand the purpose of how a relationship really supposed to be. And I'm just giving y'all the insight on some things that I wrote in my book. Is that about the blooming rose of a woman, and the blooming rose of that woman. And if for some men they wish to get and expect a lot out of a woman, but you only can get what you put inside of a woman. And what I mean about that is, okay, this is like planting a tree or a garden. So if I'm planting a tree or a garden, right, and I want this tree, and I want my garden to be fresh. I want it to grow strong, and I want it to be exactly the way how I want it. I want it to nurture. I don't want no cricket. I don't want no rotten. I don't want nothing misunderstood about it or nothing. So I put all the nutrients. I go get the seeds. I plant it. I water. I take care of it. I do all the nutrition that it needs, right, for it to grow properly and strong the way that I want it to grow. I want the results of that tree. So once I put the energy and the results and the nutrition into the garden that I am doing, I expect I'm going to get that results. So if I'm putting all of my energy on what I need to do, it's going to be done. So when it grows up, it's going to grow up exactly the way how I planned it. So I'm going to see my results, and I'm going to get what I put into it. Right?
Yeah.
So just say, if I did that and I want the result, but I'm not doing or putting in or doing a nutrition into my garden the way how I want it. But I'm half stepping and I'm half putting, and I'm doing, but I'm trying to make a radical. I'm trying to do it quicken, and I'm putting all the wrong things into my garden. I'm putting the wrong nutrition in it. I'm barely taking care of it, but I'm barely watering it, but I'm watering half of the time. You know, I'm doing half of what it needs, but then when it grows, some be rotten, some barely be good, some be good, but halfway good. Okay? So now I'm disappointed, but I'm trying to pull off of something that is halfway done. So, but I'm upset about it, but I'm down in it. But now I'm upset about something that I have put in. So when we look at that, that's a relationship. That's a woman or a man. You know what I'm saying? So we can't not put and expect something out of something, a woman, when whatever you put in her. You see what I'm saying? Like, if a man, it's what a man put into her. You see what I'm saying? If he want that out of her, It's what he put inside of her. You can't have put in her and then expect a lot out of her. You'll drain her. You see what I'm saying? And then you want to complain, and then men be on, well, I want this, or I expect this, or I'm looking for this, or I'm looking for that. Did you put in her to get that? Check your motives to see what you have planted into your wife. You see, or your husband. We have to do that examine. You see, within ourselves. But my thing is on, you know, the women, because the encouragement of the women is that we as women, as queens, that God are calling. He is calling to restore and reinstruct us women to see ourselves as queens, as ribbons, as gold, as what God has planted us to be. So that's like half of what my book, I'm just giving y'all a little taste of it. I don't want to go all the way into it, but because I really want y'all to get the book, but it's more. And because it goes farther and it tells you about my testimony, and it also goes back into my relationship, what I went through, what I faced. So I just don't want to go deep into it, but I just had to share that little with you that was in the book to give y'all a little taste of it. But go get it, and it will bless many women. It really will touch you, and it really will show y'all a really insight of who you really are and what you really are worth and what you can overcome. And it will bring out your voice, because it brought out mine, and God gave me the voice to write it and to deliver, and that's what I did. I deliver it, and now it's just for them to go, you know, go get it on Amazon and get into it.
So, do you got any projects that coming up soon?
I do have my second book that be coming out soon. It's coming soon, and that is Faith Got Us Through Part 2. But you got to read Part 1 to get the understanding of Part 2. Okay. That will be coming out late summer, so soon, sometime this summer, midsummer. And then we are coming up with a part event, probably in August, that we're gonna have like something going on for a event at the park for the community, for everybody to get together and just, you know, barbecue, bring the community together, and really show who we are as, you know, the black community, women, you know what I'm saying? Because we really go through a lot being who we are and what we face, you know, in life. You know, just experiencing and being in Appleton really opened up my eyes to a lot that I never been open to. And black people, black Americans really do struggle with, because they make our skin feel as if we are cursed, but we are queens.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, I see y'all on the podcast.
So I like the book. I like the meaning, what you got going on. So where do you see yourself in 2 years with writing a book? You know, what you see yourself in like 2 years with writing books? You know, books.
Where I see myself in 2 years is writing more books, and I also see myself in growing the community, opening up shelters, to help young women that got with children and women, that they will be able to have a place of living, to give them hope that someone is there to help them and to guide them every step of the way in life. And I got it up before the Lord, and that's really something that I do want to do. I want to open up that facility for them and to show them that they not alone, and that it's really people out here that care, and I'm one of those people that's out here that care about the women and the young women that with children that don't have nowhere to go, that need somewhere to be, that want to be somewhere, that want change in their life, and I want to be that open hand, and I want to be able to open up that facility, that shelter, that women and young women's shelter, but a different shelter. This is like a unique shelter as no other, but be every step of the way with them and guiding them in that right direction. That is what I see myself within 2 years.
That's a nice goal. Nice goal. So, do you got anything that you can encourage the people, your fans, encourage them, encouraging words, what this book is these books gonna change people's lives?
Yes, I encourage you. I really encourage you to not only read it, but read it with an open heart, with an open mind, and with an understanding, because I truly believe that it will change the heart, your mind thinking, and it really will open up some things in your life and really allow you to face your circumstances and really allow you to know who you really is and what you are capable of doing, anything that you put your mind to doing and what you set out in your goals, and find out what you want to be and what you want to do to be that help. And I really know deep down that in my heart that y'all have the answer in y'all heart. And I truly want to encourage you guys to keep on believing in yourself, believe and trusting in yourself. Always put God first, always, in everything you do, every step you take, every decision you take. Always put Him first, because prayer changes things. Seeking God first in everything you do, it's a big difference, because I'm telling you, it became a big difference in my life, and it changed some major things in my life. It changed the way how I think, the way how I do things. It changed it, even the way how I even present myself. So I just want to encourage you guys is to keep on reading. Just keep reading and stand with me, following me. I'm on this journey, and I love you guys, and just know that every step of the way that God got you. And that's what I just want y'all to know. So
where can they find you? Any social media you got that you run?
Y'all can find me on Facebook, Timasha Thornton, Facebook, or you could, and I have lifestyle talk show Facebook page. Right now, I'm working on my website, Lifestyle of Faith talk show. I'm working on that. But right now, you can get the book. It's on Amazon. Right now, you can get your copy on Amazon.
Y'all hear it? Copy on Amazon. What's the name of the book?
Faith got you through.
Faith got y'all through. Faith got you through. Go check her out. I'm telling y'all, man, that'd be a good decision, man. Go on Amazon, go purchase her book, and it change some of y'all. It's gonna change a lot of people's lives. And that's all you gotta say to your fans and to the people.
Oh yes, Faith got you through, and that's what the book of the name. Faith got you through.
Okay, so we gonna wrap it up with our wonderful guests. We had a good time talking to you. I appreciate you doing an interview with me.
Yeah.
I appreciate you doing this interview with me. The camera tried to fly out the thing, but I appreciate you doing the interview with me. Appreciate having a talk with me.
Yeah.
So, and I appreciate telling the fans what you got going on and what you got planned. So, y'all go tune in. We're going to drop more bangers. But y'all have a blessed day, and we'll be back. Y'all, I told y'all I'm gonna be back, man. I have a wonderful time with Miss Timasha Thornton today, man. With the interview, man. I'm gonna have her link in the description of her Facebook. I'm gonna find her Amazon store link, and I'm gonna post it in my description. Y'all can go purchase it down there, man. If y'all get this video up to 100 likes, I promise y'all, man, I'm gonna do a giveaway, man. So y'all, all y'all gotta do is like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna have a giveaway for y'all. Y'all feel me, man? It's gonna be $100, $50 giveaway, wherever, but just go purchase that book, man, because it's gonna change a lot of people's lives. Y'all feel me? But I did have a wonderful time. But y'all already know what y'all gotta do. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.